So here's a question that may seem tricky. This one comes from Florence R. in Edmonton, Alberta. She writes, "What is the difference between lay, lie, and laid? They're so confusing." Well, Florence, there's a reason that these words are so easily confused. And there's also a simple way to remember the difference. In fact, after this video, I can almost guarantee that you'll never confuse them again. Now I've enlisted the chickens on Plum Forest Farm to help me answer this question. So come with me into the hen house. Hello, my dears. Coming in. Here's where the chickens lay their eggs. And here's our first word, lay. Lay is what's called a transitive verb. That simply means that the action of the verb is done to something else. For example, in the present tense, the chickens lay their eggs in the hen house. Here, the action of laying is done to something else, namely the chicken's eggs. Another way to think of it is that we can answer the question, what? What do the chickens lay in the hen house? The chickens lay their eggs in the hen house. Now that's in the present tense. Watch what happens if we go to the past tense. For example, the chickens laid these eggs this afternoon. Notice that the verb lay, the transitive verb lay in the present tense, became the transitive verb laid in the past tense. The chickens laid these eggs this afternoon. But notice that we can still ask the question, what? What did the chickens lay this afternoon? The chickens laid these eggs this afternoon. So we have laid in the past tense, lay in the present tense, different forms of the transitive verb lay. Thanks for letting us visit you, my dears. I'll let you get back to your laying. Now let's look at the remaining word, lie. Lie is an intransitive verb. That simply means that the action of the verb happens on its own. It's not done to something else or to someone else. In other words, we can't answer the question, what? For example, I lie beneath the tree. Here, we can't answer the question, what? I lie what? Doesn't make sense. We can, however, answer the question, where? Where do I lie? I lie beneath the tree. Now that's in the present tense. Watch what happens in the past tense. For example, after visiting the chickens, I lay beneath the tree. Now you can start to see why these words get so easily confused. Compare these two sentences. Here's a sentence in the present tense. The chickens lay their eggs in the hen house. And here's a sentence in the past tense. After visiting the chickens, I lay beneath the tree. The transitive verb lay in the present tense looks the same as the intransitive verb lay in the past tense, which is really just the past tense form of the verb lie. How confusing! Unless we remember to ask, would a chicken do it to an egg? If the answer is yes, you want the transitive verb lay in the present tense, or the transitive verb laid in the past tense. If the answer is no, if it's not something that a chicken would do to an egg, you want the intransitive verb lie in the present tense, or the intransitive verb lay in the past tense. Speaking of which, I think I'll lie, present tense, where I lay, past tense. Thanks for joining me for Ask Cozy Grammar. If you have a question you'd like us to answer about grammar, punctuation, spelling, or writing, send it to us through our website, cozygrammar.com. We'll be glad to hear from you.